Ryan Knights here for Extreme Vision Reviews. Got something in today. Got me a little Hubsan H002. Open it up, check it out. There it is. Then cord. Little bitty remote. Instructions and 4 extra blades. I believe that would be it. Just to make sure. Pull this thing out and look around. Yep, that's it. So this little thing is pretty neat. Hit that button right there, turns it on. And that links it. Now you gotta follow the instructions very carefully because it's kind of confusing. Because originally I was thinking this right here, you hold this down and it does video. No, it's the trim button. You gotta think about that. There's really not much to it. I mean, that's pretty much it. And then on the back side, this is a camera. The SD card goes right here inside of it. It's a nice little flying thing. I'm gonna get some video of it and check it out. Turn this thing off. Now, right here is where you plug it in at. Just take your cord and make sure it only goes one way. Plug it just like that. To charge it up. Hubsan has a good reputation as far as their cameras go. This is another 480p camera, not 720. Their 480p's are probably some of the best cameras I've seen. Now, if you watch the live feed of me on Drone Worship, Dan's got a problem with Hubsan. Mainly their customer service, I guess. We didn't go into detail about it, but me personally, I love their drones. They seem to fly very well. But I'm gonna try to get some video. It's been raining, so that's why I kind of waited to do the review on it. I hate the fact that it's been, I mean, we've had bad storms for 2 days. So maybe tomorrow we'll see how it goes, and I'll try to get some outside video. I can get some inside video today and see how it plays out and see what it looks like. Me and my son got bored earlier and was flying inside the house with different drones, but we're going to try this one out and see how it does. It doesn't have, of course, altitude hold or nothing like that. It's just, like I said, a mini drone, but it does have a camera. And just like any of them, of course, you wish to have FPV, but, we expect. They're pretty cheap. I mean, these things are under like 20 bucks, so you can't really complain. I think this one right here was like 15 and some change. So they're good, cheap little drones. The remote is very, very small compared to some drones I've got. I got some Skyrider drones, I mean, they almost look identical to this, except for they're not camera, and they light up a lot more. And their controller looks almost identical, but it's bigger. So this thing is a little hard to, kind of work. Even like trying to do like this is really hard to do. So it's almost like you have to use your thumbs with this one. But that's pretty much it, what you get in the box. I think the range on this was 50 meters. So it's not a long distance, but what you expect for mini drone, Let me see if I can get some flight time in, and I'll be back for my final review. Alright, this little thing is neat. Here's the biggest issue I got. If you bump or land hard, like trying to keep it in the air is a little tough, but if it drops or anything, the blades pop off. I mean, I lost a blade. You know, they keep coming off. So they're not on there very good. I mean, I've tried to push down on them as much as possible without breaking anything, and they still pop off. So that's a big issue I got. I can already see that being a problem, big time. But as you can see, the camera seems to be pretty good. And of course, like I said, the SD card just goes right in the side right there. Just like that. But it's other than the blades popping off whenever if you land hard or anything like that, I really don't have an issue with it. It is a little tricky to operate, you know, considering the controller's so small and I have really big hands. So trying to really get this thing under control, like it'd be great beginner drone, especially if somebody wanted a camera. As cheap as it is, if someone wanted to get into the whole racing deal, this would be good to start out with. You know, you can fly around the yard, you know, do flips, turns, whatever, get video of it, keep trying to improve yourself. This would be great for that. So really, I do recommend this for a beginner. The only thing the only thing I've had an issue with is the blades popping off. If it wasn't for that, this thing would get, I mean, I would have no issues at all. Because everything else seems to work fine, especially for a 480p camera. I mean, I can't complain about that. I do wish the control was just a little bit bigger, but it is what it is. So, definitely recommend this for beginners. Just be careful with the propellers. Definitely fly it in a big area where you control it better, because if you're trying to fly it and you got a lot of stuff around, you bump it, just barely bump it up against something, you're not going to break a propeller. The propeller's going to fall off, and then you're going to lose it. Because I bumped it a couple of times, and you can see in the video, and it's like every time I bump it, the blades will fly off. I mean, it's insane. I don't know if that's supposed to be like a safety feature from keeping you from breaking blades, but I don't know. I guess I would. I don't know. I'm just kind of wondering about why they do that. I don't know if they meant to do that, you know, keep you from breaking the blades, or if it's just they just didn't pay attention to it. But anyways, so definitely, you know, like I said, for under 20 bucks, I definitely recommend this. It is a great little flyer. It's pretty quick. You know, of course, you can put it in expert mode and do stuff. Now, this one is different compared to the H007C. You can do flips with this without being in expert mode. I did do a couple of them. But when you do the flip, you gotta be careful, because this little thing takes big flips. So definitely watch out if you do them. Definitely get some height up, because it flipped and hit the ground. So that's definitely something you want to watch out for. But other than that, I really have no other complaints about it. I mean, it's got a nice little style to it. It's got good weight. I mean, I really like it. If it wasn't for just the blades popping off, that just kills me. But everything else I really like about this thing. I like the way it flies. You know, it's definitely something for me to get used to with how small the controller is, because these things are like right next to each other. So, you know, my thumbs almost touch if I do that. But yeah, definitely read your instruction book, because it's got different functions, like take a photo, long press the right stick, headless mode, short press the left stick, video, long press the throttle rotor trim, flip mode, long press the left stick, expert mode, short press the left stick. Let's see here. And then of course it tells you what each LED does. Like the video, the two back LEDs will blink slowly. When you take a photo, two back LEDs will blink once. Low power, two back LEDs will blink quickly. Headless mode, two front LEDs blink slowly. Flight, four LEDs remain lighted. Calibration, four indicators blink alternately. Binding status, two back LEDs blink simultaneously before binding, four LEDs remain lit after binding. You know, so definitely pay attention to that, because that helps you know what it tells you what your copters or your drone is doing. You know, that's something you definitely need to pay attention to. This is mode 2. To calibrate, it tells you how to do the calibration. Push the left stick to the farmost right side and move the right stick left to right quickly. The four LED indicators on the quadcopter will blink. Calibration succeeded when the indicators stop blinking. And then of course it does have where you can scan to get the user manual and more information on the copter. So my final review, definitely good for a beginner, cheap. It's got a 480p camera. You know, it's not FPV, but you know, for less than 20 bucks, you can't really beat it. Just pay attention to the blades. You know, watch it if you bump something. It does not come with blade guards, so you definitely got to be careful. I don't recommend putting it in expert mode until you get used to it in normal mode. But overall, I'm sold. I kind of like Hubsan. You know, even though quite a few people out there have problems with them, especially with their customer service. But I never had no problems, so I can't say that. I've just been told things about it. But as far as me, I love these things. This is my second Hubsan. Hopefully soon I have a couple more coming in, and then we'll go from there. But this is Ryan Knights, and this was the Hubsan H002.